Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Nzangi Muimi from QuantBuild.co.ke. In this video tutorial, I want us to learn how to create a floor plan using ArchiCAD 23. So if you are ready and if you want to know how to create a floor plan in ArchiCAD 23, then let's get started. And this plan that I have here is the one that I want us to generate, or rather to create. And the process is, I'll start by creating a new ArchiCAD file. So I will go to up here to File, New, and then select Create New. And ArchiCAD is going to ask me whether I want to create a new project based on a template, or I want to use the latest settings from the project that I've been working on. And I will choose I want to use a template, and the template is ArchiCAD 23 template. I don't want to launch a new instance of ArchiCAD, and I want to use the default work environment profile. So after that is set, then I'll click on New, and ArchiCAD will start creating my project. So let's wait, and we'll be having a new project soon. And after it has been created, I will take you through the steps that we are supposed to follow in order to create our floor plan. So let's see. So right now we have a new project that has been created, and this is the default work environment for ArchiCAD 23. So as you can see, I have this black white screen, and I have some elevation viewpoints. I have this. And up here is a ribbon that has most of the shortcuts, or rather the commands that I will be using to create my project. And on this side, on the left side, there's a list of some tools that will also be constantly using. We have design tools here, and these design tools are listed. We have the icon for the wall tool, the door tool, the window tool, the opening, and the rest. We have the documenting tools for creating 2D documents such as dimensions and text and fields and the likes. And we have other tools here, such as the grid element tool, we have the wall end tool, we have corner window tool, we have the lamp tool, and all these others that are listed here. Now, to be able to access the design tools, we can always go up here under design. We select design tools, and we will have a list of all these tools that we can use to create our project. For the documenting tools, up here under document, and then when you choose documenting tools, you have all these options that are there, that we're going to use some and not all of them for us to get started with creating our floor plan. On this side, on the right side up here, if you can see this blue house icon, I want you to click on the drop down arrow, and then you will see the project navigator popping in, and I want us to pin that to the screen. So click on this and choose show navigator option, and the navigator is going to be pinned on this right side of our screen, and we can be able to access our stories, our elevations, or the worksheets, the details, and pretty much all of everything that makes the structure of our project is accessible via the project navigator. And so after creating the new project, I want us to go to File and choose the option Save As, which can also be accessed by Control plus Shift plus S, and then we will save our plan as ArchiCAD 23, and this is the floor plan. So I'll call it floor plan tutorial for us. Then I'll click on save. Once we are done with saving the project, I want us to look at the plan that I have. I'll go to my computer and I'll open this. I have an image in a JPEG format that I downloaded from the internet, and this is it. This is the plan that I want us to create. Now what I'm going to do is I will import this image to ArchiCAD. I'll scale it, and then we can trace over it and create our project, or rather model our house. So let me close it. Now go back to ArchiCAD. Now prepare this space. Then I'll drag, click and drag. Then I'll drop it. Sorry. 1, 2. Drag and drop it to ArchiCAD. This is ArchiCAD. Drop. So let me move it to the center, and then if you look at the distance from here, let me change this to black, choose this. The distance from this point to this point is 10 meters. So I want us to do some scaling, but before we do that, there are a few settings that we should go through before we get back to the scaling. So up here under options, I want us to choose project preferences and then working units, and this is going to enable us to set the working units. So I'll check this, that I have millimeter and square meter and cubic meter and all these that are okay for me. Then back to options, project preferences, the dimensions. I want to use plain millimeter, and that is I want to use millimeters for as the linear dimension units for my project. So I'll click OK. Then now I'll go to documenting tools. I'll choose dimension. Then I'll open the settings dialog, and this is going to allow me to make some adjustments to the dimension types that I have. So I want to check the custom height. This I want the font to be Century Gothic as always. I think for me I'm going to use Century Gothic font. I will choose within the line, which is the text, and I'll leave these other things as they are. You can change the marker if you want, you can change the pen tool. You have a lot of options that you can choose. So I'll click on OK. Then I will come back here, and I want to use the line tool. I'll draw a line here. Then from here, this should be 10 meters. I think it should be 10,000 millimeters, which is equal to 10 meters. So that means if I drag this from ear to ear, I will have resized the drawing to the scale that I am using here, which is a scale of 1:100. So I'll do this. I want to check, select this, I'll draw a line from that point, and then draw another one, and I'll select those. And after making that selection, I will drag them. So let's see, right click, move, drag. Now drag this line from that point to that point. What I'm doing is, if you look at it, if you look at the image, when I have selected it, you notice that where this dimension line ends is not the same exact size, the same exact point where the whole image ends. So that is why we have this small distance difference that we have here. That is what I am trying to create here, so that when I move this point from here to this, I'll be having the plan shift in the right direction. But I think I need to do a few things. So let me see, from this point, let's say this is where we have that line, and then from here downwards, this is going to be 16,700. 16,700 should be that point, but we have this, which is, let me have it there, and have this here, then move this, Ctrl D, to fit that place. I'm trying to see how I can rescale this image, but I'm doing it manually. I think there's an automatic process. I've been working on using some automatic process using PDFs. So after drawing those lines, I will select this point and then try to move the drawing and then fit it to that point. It's not an exact scaling, but I want to think, or I want to hope that it's going to help me achieve the results that I am looking for. So from that point, let's say that is what we have in some not a very nice scale, but we can work on this. So move it to the center. Then the first thing that we are going to do is to draw the walls for our project. Now go up here and design. I'll select design tools and choose wall. Then I'll open this settings dialog and I'll check on the complex. We select this basic complex profile, and because that one allows us to choose the thickness of the wall that we want, and at this point I want to have the wall as 200mm thick. I'll choose, I think that is what I can do as at now. The other things will come later. Then I'll click on OK. I'll go to settings here, and that settings is, I think it's Control +7, and that opens the story settings, and I want to set it as 2800, height to the next level as 2.8 meters, and I'll click OK. You will see some adjustments. Now go back to my ground floor and activate the wall tool and start drawing the walls. So I'll start from this point, click, then flip this, should be inside face, draw the wall up to this point. I'll draw this other wall here. I hope you are following. Now start the other one. I'll change to the outside face, referencing. Love this wall. Draw that. So what I'm doing is I'm putting the exterior walls or the external walls in place, and if you notice, or if you're looking at the image that I am using, the internal walls are of a smaller thickness. So I'll start by doing the interior or the exterior walls, which I have already done. Then I'll move to the interior walls. So for the interior walls, I will use 100mm thick wall. So up here under the settings, I'll change this thickness to 100, and I'll click OK, and then draw my interior walls. Have walls at this point. Think for that is done. There is a wall here moving downwards. Go ahead and place that wall. There is this other extension. I'll draw it up to that point. Select this and select the other wall and choose intersect, and then I have a wall here, and what else down here? There is another wall, so draw this wall, change this to inside face, and then let me make this cross to that other point, and then intersect the two. So if you look at it now, we have our external and internal walls in place. And so the next thing that I want us to do is to put some text labels. Now this is not the beam way of doing stuff, but this is the most easiest way of having the room labels in place. And so I'll go ahead and select the text tool and documenting tools, and then I'll choose the font type here as Century Gothic. This is it. Then I'll have the font size as 2mm, then this color as black. Then now I can start writing the text. So when the text tool is active, what you do is you can either choose to create a text box like this, and then type whatever you want to type, or if you don't want to create a text box, you can just double click on that space, and then you can be able to type your text. And I want to call this I'll call it a kitchen yard, and not dirty kitchen as indicated. So I love that text. If you want to make work easier for you when you are writing the text, you can choose to just select this text and then drag it and place it to, I'll drag it by Ctrl D, and then move it to this point where I want to write the text, and I'll just make an adjustment, and put that as my bedroom number 2. I'll select the text also, drag it. I'll not put some labels here, I'll put it here as bedroom number 1. That is 1. And then move this to, I'll put a porch here. Let's see, porch, drag this up once. I will have the living area, and then drag this also, and this point I will have the dining. So I have the dining, and the last one is the kitchen. So drag that to, drag to the kitchen, and I'll write there kitchen. So if you can see, we have the text in place, we have the walls. The next thing we are going to create is windows and doors, and I'll start with doors. So I'll go to design tools, then I'll choose to activate the door tool, and in the door settings dialog, I want to put some settings in place. I want seal to story height for the door to be 0, and under each door settings I can be able to choose the type of door leaf that I want. Like I like using a style number 34. It's a very nice one for me. The handle, choose whatever you want according to your requirements. I'll choose that one. and then I'll leave the other settings and click OK. So after that, I can be able to now come here with the door tool active. Then when I put my mouse on top of a wall, you can see that sign that shows that the window, or rather the door, is ready to be placed. So if I click, I can be able to choose whether I want it to open towards either of those points, and I want it to open towards the inside. So you see the first door is in place, and I use the same method to create the other doors. So you have a door at that point, we have doors at these points, we have one there, we have another one there, we have a door here, we have another one here, where else do we have a door? I think the only one left is this external door to the outside. Now click to place it. After placing the doors, you can notice these black squares, they are the columns. So let's go to design tools and activate the column tool. Click on the settings dialog, and I want to have the section as 200 mm. Click on OK. Then you can be able to place your column there, move it to be flush with that wall, and you can drag a copy from this point to this other point. Let's see whether we are making a perfect or a nice stuff. So from that point, so if you look at it, we've done a lot of work as at now. We can go to the 3D view and preview what we've been doing. So if you look at it, there's already, sorry for what is happening, there's already some substantial amount of work that has happened. So this marks the end of part 1 of this video tutorial. I will show you how to do the rest of the work in the next tutorial, which is part 2 of this tutorial. Make sure to look for it. Make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.